those same tactics in the United States, and like here, they're working. Groups like Running Start, Emerge America, and Ready to Run sponsor and organize training programs for women across the United States each year. Of the 1,700 women who participated in Ready to Run's nonpartisan programs during our last elections, over a quarter eventually ran for office, and 70% of them won their races. This was also at that local state level, not at the national level. Your lobbying for a gender-neutral quota, which I mentioned earlier, I believe, in 2012 local elections was just as successful. When women were assured at least 33% of the tickets, they won 25% of the seats on village councils and 34% of the seats on municipal councils. That's an amazing change with some problems.
Now the speakers have spoken before me in congratulating you for the wonderful, wonderful work that you've been doing over the years and for bringing us together tonight. As Lushra just said, I have resigned from my position, my professorial position at the University of Mauritius for one main reason, and I'd like to explain that reason a little bit before I start. Some years ago, I wrote a book out of research that I carried out on governance and gender, and the book was entitled Governance, Gender and Politics. And I actually dedicated this book to all the women and the daughters and the girls of Mauritius, to all the young women, particularly of Mauritius. When I dedicated this book to all the women and the girls and the young women of Mauritius, I thought that the book would cause a ripple and that there would be more women joining politics. And true, there are more women wanting to join the political space, there is no doubt about it. But that political space remains very much appropriated by male, extremely appropriated. There are little sort of opportunities, windows of opportunity here and there, but it's certainly not enough. And in very recent months, when I personally saw the kind of injustices that my female students particularly have been experiencing on different kinds of grounds, and as a social scientist, both an economist and a sociologist, I've got also training in economics, when I saw the growing feminization of poverty, particularly amongst women, and so all the kinds of multiple problems that women face, and Lucius just said something, and the kinds of alliances that are being made and coalitions that are being made by the mainstream political parties, I asked myself the very question, who loses in the context of these alliances? And the people who lose mostly are women. So I thought, well, what do I do now? And I thought, and this is an adventure that I started many, many, many years ago. The thinking of setting up my own political party is something, an idea that I always talked with, and I cherished the idea, and I brought the idea to fruition by creating the political party that I set up, which is called Parti Justice Sociale. I must right at the outset say that the reason I created this party, and I keep saying this and I'll say it again and again and again, because I think Mr. Rahman talked about the unleashing of the potential of people.
Je vais m'exprimer en français. Je voudrais remercier tout d'abord Women in Politics pour l'invitation et pour tout le travail que vous faites. J'ai été appelée, invitée à parler sur le thème Winning the Balance of Family, Profession and Politics. Je vais faire ma présentation en 4 étapes. Une présentation personnelle pour parler plus de moi. Comme le thème indique, comment on peut avoir une balance entre la famille, la profession et la politique. Ensuite, je parlerai de la place de la femme et de sa contribution au sein de la société mauricienne, les obstacles qui limitent la participation des femmes en politique et quelques propositions pour établir la balance entre la famille, la profession et la politique. Je suis Priscilla Sambadou, je suis mariée récemment, je suis chercheur en sciences sociales, je prépare un doctorat en géographie, donc sur le tourisme et le développement, sur Maurice bien sûr, à l'université de la Sorbonne à Paris. Donc comment conjuguer, balancer la vie familiale, la profession et la politique? Je dois dire que j'ai de la chance et je suis vraiment très reconnaissante d'avoir le soutien de mon mari, de ma famille et de mes amis dans tout ce que j'entreprends et notamment mon engagement en politique. Le fait d'être géographe et de faire de la recherche sur l'aménagement du territoire, le développement, la contribution économique, sociale et spatiale du tourisme à Maurice m'a permis d'être en contact permanent avec le terrain, de découvrir, de côtoyer les populations locales, d'apprendre et de comprendre leur quotidien et leur réalité. Je dois néanmoins avouer qu'il est très difficile de trouver un équilibre, de balancer, comme on dit, de trouver une balance et de maintenir mon activité de recherche qui est par ailleurs très enrichissante. Donc il y a un choix quand même quelque part à faire et j'ai dû faire le choix de mettre en suspension mon doctorat pour me consacrer pleinement à la vie familiale et à la politique, surtout à l'approche des élections législatives. Donc je reprendrai certainement mes activités pour terminer ce doctorat après. J'aimerais parler maintenant de la place de la femme et de sa contribution dans la société mauricienne. La femme tient une place centrale, un pilier au sein de la famille. Et tout au long de notre histoire, la femme mauricienne a tenu une place et une contribution importante dans l'économie de notre pays, au sein de notre société, même si notre société patriarcale, on se
would be allowed. I however note with great pleasure that on 3 occasions Nushat has said that ensemble nous il faut. I'll start in with English, switch to Creole, conclude in English. I have 3 points to make. The first one is why I'm in politics. The second one is, do we really have fair and free elections in Mauritius? Question sans réponse. And the third one is, I conclude on a dream that is within our reach in this very generation. I chose to return to Mauritius because I wanted my children to grow up in a country that is truly exceptionally rich, in a country